Start it off, Chris. Hit that button.
Well, put the cannon.
I'm Matt.
Yeah, whatever.
Did you start it already?
Yeah,
wait, there's that music playing. You gotta turn that music
yeah,
off.
we're gonna mute it.
Yeah, you have to. Alright.
So, are we doing this? I'm
Yeah,
Matt.
I'm Chris.
I'm Scott.
I'm Josh.
Why do you always pose that as a question?
I don't know.
Chris has nicely painted toes.
Yep. Look at my pretty toes.
For the show.
Chris.
What?
You're such a dainty little lady.
I am a diva.
I bet you don't wear underwear under your skirt.
I don't. I will say though, I perpetually I will ask my girlfriend. I will tell my girlfriend that my toes are ratchet as fuck, and they need to be fixed.
Hey, remember when you used to not like it?
Yeah, now I really dig it.
Now you dig getting painted?
Yeah, it makes me feel good. It makes me feel like a real man.
Does busting make you feel good?
Wow.
No, we can't talk about that.
This thing is making noises.
Put it over there.
We can't talk about it.
Yeah.
We're not allowed to talk about nice things?
No, we can't talk about it.
Nope.
What are you doing?
Throwing it over
That
there.
is so far away.
I don't know why you didn't turn the sound off.
You can. Oh yeah, you can.
It's part of the controller.
You can.
Oh yeah, you can.
But he's missing the rich Uncharted lore by having the microphone.
What type of rich Uncharted lore are we
Actually,
talking
nothing.
about?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Oh.
Literally nothing's happened.
Hear all about the robots in my controller?
Yeah, I don't want to hear any of those
No, those are
robots.
dumb.
So Chris, why don't you start us off with some junk?
Not your junk.
Yeah, no one wants to see that.
But it got 3.5 stars on Yelp.
Yeah.
3.5 stores on Yelp.
Chris'sjunk.net. We're taking it global.
Delivery a little slow, otherwise fantastic.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Nice review.
Actually, the review I read was disappointed and underwhelming in every sense of the word.
Well, that's,
Yeah, but you wrote that review.
But that's one
so-
of those negative Yelp reviews. You can't trust them.
I also read one that said small but fierce.
Small.
Oh, small but
I
fierce.
think that was a little unfair, but whatever.
Yeah, I mean, that was
Unfair or
very
accurate?
Unfair.
Sure.
Yeah.
Positive.
Oh, wow.
Positive.
Positive.
Yes.
Presentation 4.5.
Yeah.
Execution 8.6.
Yeah.
I thought that was a good review.
I think that's fair.
That is fair. That is
I
fair.
like how
Okay.
Doug is this week's on
Ghost.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Disembodied
spooky
voice.
hands. I guess I'll talk about comic book news.
Please do.
Do you mind?
Why?
Do you mind?
I'm pulling this up.
Do you mind?
I don't mind.
Yeah, we should talk about comic news. Wait.
Instead of, a trailer for Neighbors, too.
Yeah.
Because there were so many unanswered questions.
What would happen if it was a sorority that moved next door?
Hey, hola.
Hey!
Hola. ¿Cómo está? Muy bien. Muchas gracias. ¿Dónde está la biblioteca?
No.
don't pander.
And
It's above you.
the correct question, obviously, ¿Dónde está la discoteca?
The question that ended YouTube's
The better question is Josh.
Okay.
Does this do anything? for
Nope,
you?
nothing. It just
All right.
Actually, it just really tickles.
That's weird.
Hit us up with that news, Chris, because I got some news too, bro.
Yeah, no one cares about your news.
Wow.
They come from my segment and then they shut off immediately after.
God.
So remember last week we said how Supergirl may be going to the CW?
Yes.
Like the next day they were like, yeah,
I know.
we're going to the CW, guys.
F&A.
Yeah.
Called it.
F&A time.
So here's the thing. It's probably the best move for them.
Yep.
The budget's going to take a hit though.
I think we gotta go
Is
off
it?
because Mason's
Maybe.
here.
I think it
Mason's
equals out.
here.
I think it equals out because CBS was paying like
So who's talking?
$15 million an episode.
Spooky go.
Just for the rights to
I know,
Supergirl.
but I heard Calista Flockhart might not be part of season 2 anymore.
Fantastic.
She was a great part of the season.
Well, that was my question. Is like how much of the budget is just paying for Calista
Yeah,
Flockhart?
that too.
Well, at least no, I don't know. I was gonna make
Good
some
bit.
kind of.
I think if it has Legends of Tomorrow's budget, it's fine.
Oh yeah.
Man, Legends of Tomorrow did so much with their budget, and it's so fun.
Yeah.
It does so much with so little.
And
Yeah, like literally almost nothing. Like
Yeah.
characters,
Like peanuts.
they've got 2 characters that even matter.
what are you talking about? Their Firestorm does so much. He transmuted Let It to Gold one time.
Firestorm's one of the
No.
2, I said.
He threw
Like,
fire.
like the Atom and
That's all he's ever
Firestorm
done.
are the only characters that actually ever mattered before
Yeah.
the show.
Okay. Well, DC Comics has a new logo. It looks very similar to their old logo.
It's their
The
their
logo.
retro logo.
Before.
Yes. Well, yeah, but here's the thing about it. We can enjoy it now, and then in 3 years we can enjoy the new one.
The new one that goes
Yeah.
back to looking like a toilet.
And here's the fun thing. Someone said Marvel's logo for this millennium has been a red box that says Marvel in white letters.
Yeah, people complain about the DC logo being boring, but literally it's just white letters on a red background
Yeah.
for the past 20, like our entire adult lives.
Yeah.
And can you even remember another logo they had?
Yeah, it was the one in the 90s that had like the big M.
No.
It's a big M with Marvel written across it, right?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
forever, isn't it?
And then DC's back in the day was just DC in red.
Yeah.
And that was it.
Yeah.
And in blue in the circle, they had the shield.
Well, I
for
felt
a
like this
while.
was always Marvel's logo for like the longest time.
Right.
Just the,
Maybe that's
yeah.
the thing that Marvel does better is they don't announce when they change something shitty and stupid.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't matter, so we're not going to make a press release.
It's a logo. Calm down, guys. Calm down.
It's fine. Don't worry about it, you guys.
But when you go, this matters, then people think it matters.
Yeah.
So
Right, Scott?
Yep.
Except for Scott.
Scott said he didn't care because Mason's on board.
Scott's well lit because of his phone right in his face.
He does. It's like a nice bounce.
Yeah.
Are you as lit as Black Panther?
No.
Is that Black Panther's so lit?
Are you being racist right now? You're
No.
implying that Black Panther's the Avenger that gets stoned
That is the
because it's
trending
black one?
hashtag right now. Black Panther's so lit because people are actually legitimately excited
Well,
about
'cause
Black
he's great.
Panther
Yeah.
because he's
Well,
the best part.
Yeah.
I'm very
Yeah.
excited.
Okay.
I was making us topical.
Well, hey, you remember that Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice movie that came out?
I do. I'm so
Do
excited.
you remember how it
Pushed by
made
Seth.
way less money than Civil War?
Yeah.
Way less.
Well, Warner Brothers also knows this, and they promoted Jeff Johns to the head of the DC film department.
And this makes me very happy because
He knows what he's
knows what
talking
he's-
about,
yeah.
at least.
As chief creative officer,
Because back when he was involved in the Green Lantern movie, he was not in a position to control any of the
No.
decisions. Now he is.
Yeah.
It makes me very happy.
He's done a good job on TV, and he's obviously the guy who's been heading up all these events in the first place, so he knows how to juggle these characters.
we hope.
Yeah. And
I
I'm
would be
hoping...
surprised if
I
it
was telling
doesn't.
Josh in the car, I was hoping he'd hire some of the people that or promote from within, some of the people that also know what they're doing, because he can't handle all of it by himself, but he sure
Well,
can
the
get
way
close.
DC's been handling certain things, I'm surprised they don't promote Eddie Berganza. Into,
Oh, he's already...
Well,
Well, he is the head of something.
we'll get there. Don't
yeah, will we?
Him and Perlmutter should have a
Stop
meeting.
touching. So hey, Chloe Bennett, better known as Quake on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., has basically just said, hey, good job making a universe and not caring about Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Wow.
Sure would be nice if an Avenger showed up.
Right?
Or if I was in a movie.
Yeah, or
Like,
anybody.
That show, they just stopped giving a damn about.
It's because of Perlmutter. I mean, like...
It's so weird because they're like, this is definitely you guys.
This is so
We
canon.
matter.
You guys, this is part of the Marvel
universe.
Cinematic Universe. This is a big deal.
yeah.
Oh,
But not
Here's-
enough deal to spend money on or promote at all.
here's
No.
Sith for 2 episodes.
No, Chris, the latest, I know you don't watch it anymore.
No.
Season 3 has definitely been on an upswing,
Yeah.
but it's still far
Well-
below CW
Well, wait,
standards.
who's been in it?
Exactly.
Well-
They just had their Civil War tie-in episode.
Well, that's the other thing is like
Which, you know what it
that's
was?
where it got even worse because they're doing registration and
Yeah.
the movie didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't even talk about
They
it.
decided that Civil War for them meant Inhuman registration.
All right.
Yeah.
I knew that's what it would have, but it would have been nice to have one toss out in the.
I mean,
the
But
movie.
here's the one thing with like the whole Hydra Shield thing with Winter Soldier,
Right.
it didn't affect anything but Agents of Shield.
Yeah, that is true.
That's true, and it worked out great.
But it worked great for that, but then they completely
did.
forgot about it. When
Right.
Thor 2 came out, nothing.
You know-
Avengers 2, nothing.
My favorite part
Ant-Man,
of
well,
Thor 2 was them looking at the records like, wow, Thor did a real number here.
Yeah, that was-
Looks like we just missed him.
Man, I wish those Thor guys would clean up after themselves.
Look,
Whackity schmackity.
I'm about to give a very random segue into a property that had a tie-in, that did it right, while not actually having anything from the movie. Doug knows what I'm talking about here. One of the greatest PC games of all time,
Oh,
Mother effing Blade Runner,
yes.
took place at the same time as the movie, but you play as a different character interacting with some of the same people, but at a different time.
replicants.
Your storyline is happening concurrently as the movie's going on.
It's like The Walking
Yeah.
Dead. type thing.
Yeah.
With the comics.
Exactly.
Yeah. And the same thing, like it's happening currently, and it also bridged the sort of brain fuck of the Philip K. Dick book with the Blade Runner aesthetic from the movie. So like it really just unified everything.
So I know it's possible to have a solid spin-off without having the source material suckle at its teeth.
Or even the lead character. Yeah, like you can do a whole.
What else we got?
Well, let's have a look here. There's going to be a Harley Quinn spin-off movie with the women of the DC universe.
That blew my mind when they announced that because apparently
Marvel's not on their shit.
Marvel had an 8-year gap, and DC's going to have 2 female-led superhero movies, not just one, but a team, like a female team, because it's basically they're calling it like Harley Quinn's Birds of Prey style.
You know what they're trying to do, right? They're trying to cover up the whole sexual harassment thing. They're trying to say, hey, look, we like women.
They're trying to cover up everything that just happened in a 3-month period.
You guys,
that they did wrong.
You guys, Captain Marvel's very hard.
Yeah, she
takes a lot of coding.
I mean, come on, guys, have you ever
Takes
seen
a lot of coding.
Have you ever seen a sci-fi movie with a person that shoots laser beams out of their hands?
No.
The Captain Marvel movie is going to be tough to pull off.
No,
but real talk. The studio said, like, all the insiders say that it's mixed about the movie in general, but one thing everyone agrees on is that Margot is perfect as Harley Quinn. So apparently they're banking on that because now she's joining Gal, and it's going to be a team movie, and that's awesome. I'm totally on board with that.
Okay.
What else we got, Boo?
All right. Iron Man 3 was supposed to have a lady villain, but ladies don't sell toys. So.
Well, and that's the thing is that also might have been keeping Captain Marvel at the docket. Perlmutter was in charge.
Yeah, Perlmutter was a real piece of...
he pushed the... Actually, it makes... I was thinking, it makes the Mandarin, like...
It looks like you're trying to crush Josh's head.
It makes the Mandarin switch around, the red herring, make more sense if you're trying to you actually have a female Mandarin who's on the side. And so she comes off as the evil Pepper and then turns out to be the mastermind. And if you look at the themes in that movie about him, and it basically sort of turns it into Tony fucked her in the past.
Oh, yeah.
And then she turns out to be a genius who fucking organizes this whole thing.
But you know what kills
and bites him on the ass later.
You know what kills me is this just really reminds me of what happened to Young Justice.
Oh yeah.
The whole Cartoon Network kerfuffle where there was too many female fans of that show.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, gotta scrap it because only boys buy toys.
Yeah.
And it's like...
This has been happening continuously. Like, this is like the 5th instance of this girls don't buy toys thing that people have had to deal with.
But it's been proven categorically untrue now.
Yeah.
Like, even 10 years ago, sure.
I have to think
anymore.
that it must have lasted 100 years. Like, this has just been categorically true so hard that it's hardwired into toy companies. That they go, no, we've wasted millions of dollars before trying to do this. We're never gonna, like, it's worth it to take the bad PR.
Yep.
They've got to be thinking that way. Anyway.
Yeah. Bryan Singer wants the next X-Men movie to be an outer space thing.
Oh, yeah, the whole cosmic thing.
To be fair, it's supposed to be Dark Phoenix.
Yeah, they're going to do a real Dark Phoenix.
Which the early reviews for Apocalypse, I hope it's enough that they can actually get it to outer space.
Yeah.
If they do it in outer space, they should be doing a branching series. They're the only ones I think should be doing their own competing Marvel franchise. X-Men is big enough to do 5 different teams if you wanted to, and they're not doing it because
there's no time.
They are doing an X-Force.
Yes,
I keep hearing about that, and then they keep canceling.
There is the rumor that they want X-Force, but they want to have female Wolverine.
So, guys, what about the whole superhero singularity that's soon going to happen, where everyone's going to be completely burnt out on superhero movies?
The bubble will burst.
Here's the thing. People, it's not like the bubble won't burst until a Marvel movie flops. Because Fantastic Four was already a failure, and it didn't burst any bubbles.
Yeah.
Okay, so
until a Marvel movie bursts or it goes bust, we're fine.
I think Infinity War.
Yeah,
we're looking at the bubble bursting.
I think Infinity War will be the tipping point.
Yeah, that'll be the last $1 billion superhero franchise.
Because if they all built up to that, where do they go from there? If it doesn't have a purpose, who knows? So
just to show how much DC cares, at 4:55 p.m. on Friday night, they released a statement about harassment in the workplace, which basically said, We are aware of harassment, and we are working on changing it.
Aww.
But really, 4:55 on Friday. Like, gotta send out this press release.
You guys have a good
last
weekend.
thing we did before we left the office.
Oh no one's around to answer it.
How many weeks has it been?
It's been at least 3 weeks since we
Yeah.
talked about it.
Like-
Which means it's probably been about 5 weeks since it actually happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm just more baffled by the timing. They really could not have given less of a fuck, could they?
No. There were no ducks given that
You know,
day.
actually, you know what? If they had released it at like 4 in the morning on Tuesday, that might have been more like, oh.
Yeah, because that means there was like a meeting happening, like
Yeah.
overnight. They're like, how are we going to handle this situation? Why does he keep on grabbing her ass?
Allegedly.
Yeah.
Michael B. Jordan, Chadwick Boseman, and Lupita Nyong'o are supposed to be. Well, Michael B. Jordan is definitely going to be in Black Panther. The other two probably. in
I
Black
was
Panther.
hoping that he would. I mean,
Michael
put him
B.
in
Jordan?
everything he's ever directed. So
Yeah.
I was hoping for that because I love the dude.
Well, also now Marvel is just definitively the house for wayward Human Torches. He's the second Human Torch.
Okay, time out, guys. Let's be real
Can we
here.
write that book? I think we can pitch that to Marvel. It could be a companion piece of the Visions.
It's like, let's be real here. You know, like the Human Torch is like, you know,
The first one was an android.
Chris Evans, boom. Captain America.
Yeah.
Now, boom.
Yeah.
It's just how it's
Redemption.
gonna work.
Yeah.
But
Quick, someone cast Sir Ian McKellen as Human Torch
Yeah,
so
yeah.
we can get him over to the Marvel side.
I guess I just don't know enough about the Black Panther mythos. I'm not sure
He's gonna be?
who any one of these people are supposed to be.
If I had to guess, I'd say Lupita would be Shuri.
The sister?
Yeah, the sister.
Yeah.
What about Chadwick Boseman?
I have no idea.
Oh wait, no, I'm
Chadwick
sorry.
Boseman's the
He's
Black
Black
I'm
Panther.
sorry. No. I'm
Michael
talking
B.
about Finn. Finn from Star Wars.
Oh, I forgot his name.
Probably the villain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I
Who
mean,
knows?
if
We don't know enough.
Claw isn't the villain.
What else we got?
Agent Carter was canceled
Yeah.
officially,
Yeah, we know that.
and Marvel's Most Wanted was passed over for another
Which
season.
makes me so happy.
But
Yeah.
it's so weird because, like, are we gonna get them back? I missed them on Shield, to be honest with you, and then
Do
they're
you?
gone.
They were my least two favorite characters, which is why
I
I was
like
like, we're making a
Mockingbird.
spin-off. I was like,
Oh no, I didn't think a spin-off was a good idea, but I was like, I like a team full of people that can actually handle themselves instead of two nerds, two agents, one of which is the leader and one
Yeah.
that doesn't leave the ship,
John
and, like,
Boyega.
et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
yes.
John Boyega. Yeah, like you were throwing that out a second ago.
I couldn't remember his
All right,
name.
what else we
Yeah,
got?
great. Stan Lee's winding down his appearances. This New York Comic Con will be his last.
Oh.
Also, New York Comic Con is asking for a fan survey to get in and get your tickets. Like, you have to prove your fandomness.
Oh, how does that work? Can
Like,
we
you
make
fill out a thing, like what are you a fan of?
That is so dangerous.
All right,
It is really
Yeah,
is.
that's gonna be
That's
really
like
frightening.
that is a whole other level of gatekeeping I've never even heard of.
Well,
Yeah.
now you've heard of it.
Comic Gate?
Like the hashtag fake nerd girl alert. Like you can't join our convention unless you prove who wrote this article 6 years ago and what Wolverine's blood
I gotta
type
say,
is.
you know, I'm really getting tired of this like community just shutting their doors to
Like,
everybody.
like when we were younger, it was always like hard to find someone.
Right,
Now that
and-
we have people who are enjoying this, who would be like the jocks and stuff, to actually have
They went off push them out.
friends.
Yeah.
Now they want to push.
I read an amazing article by this guy who used to write for Ain't It Cool, and he talks about how growing up, it was a shame to be
Yeah.
a nerd.
Yeah.
And now he can't, like this culture we have of like getting mad and infighting and just the toxic environments. Like without the common enemy of nerds to rally against, the bullies
Yeah.
or whatever, we become the bullies.
Yeah.
And so we
It's
have
like
to
a full
bully each
circle.
other.
It's like
Yeah.
it's gonna just be keep going in
Yeah.
full circle.
But it's also it's the same. I compare it a lot to like gentrification. Like New Orleans right now is going through a period where like these people who aren't us are coming here because they love the culture, and then we get really mad at them for it.
So
Yeah.
Chris, you say that was all the news?
That's all I have.
Considering you changed your Twitter logo to reflect the event that
Oh
happened this
shit!
year.
I sure did.
What?
Legendary comic book artist
Darwin
Darwin
Cook.
Yeah.
Cook passed
Yep.
away this week.
Yep.
Very sudden.
I was very sad.
It was like Friday, like we're moving him to palliative care, and then Saturday, like, whoops, He's
Yeah,
gone.
like within
And I
24
think
hours.
Friday was the announcement that he even had cancer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like he'd kept it away from people so long.
Which it's a shame.
That's crazy.
He's one of the great artists of our time.
Yeah.
New Frontier. New Frontier is a weird book,
It's a
but it is a
masterpiece,
gorgeous
though.
book.
Yeah.
No, when they did that movie.
That's one of
Yes.
the best cartoons
It
ever. Warner
is-
Brothers.
Yeah.
It is one of the best of the DC animated
Oh yeah,
films.
it's one
And-
of the top 3.
And his work on Catwoman, his work on
He even made the before Watchmen
The Minutemen
experiment
book.
Minutemen book.
Oh, yeah.
and like the Minutemen story probably would not have been as great without that art.
Oh no, not at all.
And like, but that's what New Frontier kind of felt like a Minutemen already, because it has like a Watchmen-y background to like the registration
That's why.
law.
Yeah, that's why he went.
That's how you picked that.
And he had a bunch of noir stuff like his Parker.
The Parker series, which is really, really gorgeous.
It's just he'll be missed.
He will be missed.
And of course, within less than in days following his passing, shitbirds on the internet decided to cash in. Some guy traced a bunch of his art and tried to sell it on eBay, posting it as original Darwin Cook art.
Well, there's a
His
problem
wife-
at cons going around where
his
some
wife
people are
popped in
passing
on-
off other people's art anyway.
At the very least, I'm glad we got all those variants he did.
Yeah.
All those
Oh,
covers.
that whole series.
That
of
whole run of
variants.
covers.
So good.
Wow.
Finally, Chris forgot to mention the rumor that Netflix is writing a new trio of series: Ghost Rider, Moon Knight, and Blade, which would then really make the Defenders. It'll be the true like Marvel ground level heroes.
You're
series.
talking to someone who just finished Daredevil season 1.
I'm getting there.
Yeah.
Well, no, but I'm
Yeah,
also
Chris.
talking to a guy who legitimately loves Blade.
I do love Blade. Blade's great.
I love Blade too.
And
think
two
they're gonna
guys
do
over
Blade?
here that cream themselves the Moon Knight.
Yeah. Well, the new Moon Knight.
No one
The
cares
newest
about
Moon
Ghost
Knight.
Rider, but you know.
I love Ghost
Well, it
Rider.
depends on what
I
Ghost
like
Rider
Dan
is.
Ketch Ghost Rider.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if they're still going to do like Blade's daughter, or if it's going to be like the Blade show from a
Hi,
while
Callie.
back
Make an
that I
account,
didn't
talk to
care
us.
for.
I
Alright.
don't know which Blade I like. Which
What is this, nice?
Ghost Rider.
I like Dan
Oh.
Ketch.
Well, let's talk
Nicolas
about the
Cage.
comics this week. What?
I just threw up a little in my mouth when you said Nicolas Cage.
Oh, okay. More like Nickelback's Cage, am I right?
I actually will allow that one.
Get out. No. It's been a lot.
Because I'm sure a picture will be made this afternoon on
Oh,
Google.
Nickelback is Cage.
All right. So I've realized that
Nicolas Cage's
we've
face on all of
been
them. Yeah.
selecting a couple books each week to talk about now.
Yeah.
And we never mentioned the other stuff we picked that we just aren't choosing to talk about this week. So why don't we talk about? Is that how you want to make out?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Nope.
Rub chins.
Nope.
Hashtag Seth. Anyway, so the books we read this week that we're not talking about specifically, we've got Old Man Logan number 6, Lucifer number 6, Titans Hunt number 8,
Reficool.
The finale of it.
the finale, leading to Titans and Rebirth, Aquaman 52, the end of it,
That's a lot of.
Karnak on number 4,
The Mind Taker. Oh, that's just what I do in my head every time.
Gail Simone's Clean Room number 8, and Dr. Fate number 12. But let's talk
Probably
about
the
the books.
finale of that too.
Let's talk about the books we are going to talk about.
Let's talk about the books.
Let's
we're
talk
gonna
about Sinestro, number 23, the finale of Sinestro.
Well, this is the one you want to talk about, so go for it.
Yeah, it's a nice ending. This is going to be, with all the other Green Lantern books coming to a close, Sinestro was the last of the books, and it was that book that when they first announced it, we didn't know what the point of it would be. Like, what was going to be the storyline of a Sinestro-led book, and it ended up being the redemption of Sinestro and the savior of his people. And it was really damn good.
Yeah.
It elevated a lot of minor characters, especially in the Sinestro Corps, but most notably his daughter.
Yeah.
It brought in some new characters like the New God. And overall, it's super nice finale to the story. Wasn't bombastic, wasn't over the top, a crazy event that they had to go down. It was much more character focused. And ended on a much more positive, happy note than a book about fear lanterns you'd think would ever happen.
Well, that means that when it comes back, it's going to be awful.
Yeah, but who's gonna take it? You know, Cullen Bunn did a great job on
did.
Sinestro, so kudos to you, sir. Let's move on.
He's not watching.
You don't know.
Probably
You don't know.
He's not.
Probably
He
not
is. He's on a sock puppet account.
Is Cullen Bunn watching now?
He's definitely.
I'm pretty sure Cullen Bunn is #lawyer.
No.
Yeah.
I don't think
Alright.
that's true.
That's true.
Let's talk about the book that I know Chris just. Move your foot. This book.
You're not Cullen Bunn.
This book makes me. You know, Chris, why don't you talk about All New Wolverine? Now?
Well, okay, so here, All New Wolverine, this whole new era of Laura becoming the Wolverine
is amazing.
is really, really great.
Love this book. Tom Taylor knows what's up.
Yes.
Hey, may I have a sip of Bebsy?
No.
No, you may not. You prove it. So we have this great story of her and her little cloneling
Yeah.
that hangs out with her.
I love her.
That's super great too. The main thing is Fin Fang Foom shows up at the end,
Oh,
and
no.
if Fin Fang Foom does not show up in Doctor Strange,
What did they do?
Doctor Strange or Guardians of the Galaxy 2, I will be incredibly surprised.
What
This
if-
is like the
what if-
7th time we've seen
What
Fin
if
Fang
this
Foom.
Doctor Strange leads up to Guardians of the Galaxy 2 and Doctor Strange is in it?
That'd be cool.
And they have to fight Fin Fang Foom.
I really hope if he doesn't show up in any of those movies, Chris gets up, yells in the theater,
Fin Fang Foom!
and then runs out.
What the Fin Fang fuck?
No, like, seriously, think about it. Like, how many books have featured Fin Fang Foom?
Lots.
It's been Doctor Strange, Drax, House of M. This book, there was like 2 others.
It is
that
kind of weird
just-
to have a giant
And
talking dragon.
real talk, Fin Fang Foom is not that common or popular a Marvel villain.
No.
So the fact that he keeps showing up in book
It makes
after
you think.
book, the Marvel is not stupid. They only do this if there is a point to it.
Like remember when
Fin
Iron
Fang
Man
Foom
2
is
was
like
coming
Roman
out?
Reigns. They just keep pushing them on us.
Remember when Iron Man 2 was coming out and we saw Whiplash and a lot of
Yeah,
stuff?
Whiplash just kept popping
And
up.
Which
Justin
was not
Hammer.
is not probable. There's
No.
no way.
Yeah.
Or like even earlier this year, like, hey, we got a Doctor Strange movie. Hey, Doctor Strange, you're in Iron Man and
Yeah.
Spider-Man
Yeah.
and all these other books.
Doctor Strange was an all-new Wolverine for no reason.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and Cap's Cap again.
Yeah.
I mean, we're not gonna get rid of Captain Falcon, but
Catch Cap.
There's also this whole book called Civil War 2.
yeah, just in time.
Boy, that's good placement.
Nice stuff.
There's no way they would make that book if there wasn't a movie to rally behind, would there be?
But now that you bring it up, because I've been thinking, oh yeah, it's definitely Doctor Strange. But now I'm thinking,
It could be Guardians.
James Gunn would love to get his hands on
And
Fin Fang
Fin
Foom.
Fang Foom's spacey too.
What
And if you keep
What
him in
if-
space,
what-
you don't have to worry about him interacting with anybody, and suddenly
What,
there's a dragon.
what
again.
if Kurt Russell voices Fin Fang Foom?
And Fin Fang
No.
Fin Fang Foom is Star-Lord's father.
What if?
Shut up.
No.
What
Shut the Howard the Duck.
No, I actually think Kurt
want
Russell's
Sean-
going to be like Quasar or
Yeah.
something.
I want
Yeah.
Sean Connery to play the voice of Fin Fang.
Sean Connery.
He already played a voice of a dragon.
That's
he can't
why-
do it again.
No.
I am the last one.
No, get Benedict Cumberbatch.
No, he's already
Benedict Cumberbatch.
She's also a dragon.
So he's Doctor Strange and the dragon.
Time out. No.
Vin Diesel.
No.
Sir Ian McKellen.
No. For reals, guys. For reals. It's
Hugo Weaving.
No. They
Have it ready, man.
God, I wish I did. I can't remember his name. It's the Hobbit
fire your
guy.
secretary
That
and
I need to
secretary.
find. You are
Oh my God.
fired.
Use your words.
I am trying to use my words.
What fire guy?
What fire guy? No, I'm saying Watson, the guy who plays Watson
Oh.
in Sherlock.
Oh, if he
He-
was just in Civil War.
He was just
Martin
yeah.
Freeman.
He's Fin Fang Foom.
Okay.
Okay.
Mocap and all.
But like he talks like Bilbo. So
Then he gets to be the dragon this time, and
Exactly.
and
All
Cumberbatch
right.
gets to be the dragon.
Anyway.
So
Civil War 2.
Civil War 2, yeah.
We knew from Free Comic Book Day what the catalyst would be. The emergence of a new Inhuman, who basically is a walking Minority Report movie. He flashes on crimes and disasters before they happen. Yeah, we mentioned that.
Okay.
Yeah.
You weren't listening.
I wasn't.
So the whole premise
Stumbling
of
over your words.
Thank you.
the whole premise of
Back
Civil
to
War
Civil War
2
2.
is this Inhuman has the ability to predict crimes and disasters before they happen. half this Marvel Universe is like, yes, we can stop crime before it occurs. The other half is, but they haven't done anything yet. How can you prosecute
So it's like
them?
a Minority Report.
It's
thing.
exactly
It's Minority Report, the movie.
But with,
the comic.
And so Civil War is
and it's also a Civil War argument. I mean, it's a prevention versus
exactly reaction.
And I think the best thing that comes from this is we have the sides being set up, and it's not a big thing like the Stanford explosion. It's She-Hulk defending some piece of shit D-list villain who hasn't done anything wrong, but is still going to go to jail because
he used to be a villain.
And Captain Marvel, who's exhausted from taking care of the Earth and space and everything, and just wants someone to tell her when something bad's going to happen.
And also, in the middle, I'm assuming we're going to have War Machine, who's dating Captain Marvel, but is firmly on the side of justice.
Yeah.
And
makes sense.
He just got hired as to be the Secretary of Defense or Secretary of State, one of them. Callie, in the middle of a show. Tell her to stop being a monster.
No, shut up.
Anyway, but yeah, so then this Inhuman pops up and it's going to throw everyone in disarray. This is number 0, so nothing really happens. No sides are chosen. It's just the origin of the Inhuman.
But it does such a good job of setting it up and not being like, well, fuck you, we're on this side.
Yeah.
It's very subtle, and I like that.
Exactly.
And the
art is just...
Which is something
the art.
Oliver Coipel.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Good times.
I want Alex Ross to start drawing again.
Man.
Here's the thing about Alex Ross.
He doesn't need to.
He doesn't need to.
know.
Number 1, he doesn't need to. Number 2, it'll take forever.
Oh no!
I'd like Brian Ball in this drawing again, but you know.
Look, Kingdom Come, I just don't. It's one of those things that will never be topped.
Oh, that needs to be a W
True.
movie.
It does.
That 1-2 punch of Marvel's Kingdom Come, like one right after the other.
DC's Kingdom Come and Marvel's.
Marvel's.
Yeah.
Here's the problem with Kingdom Come. You can't animate it because it's never gonna look like
as good as the
it's
art.
not.
Make it
Yeah,
CG.
I know.
Painted CG.
Good luck.
I don't know. It could happen.
Good
I mean,
luck.
you can get Alex Ross to draw it.
He's busy.
Alright.
He's going to conventions and selling
Yeah,
nothing for
one
thousands of
painting for
dollars.
thousands of dollars.
Chris,
Yeah.
Spider-Man number 4.
Okay.
Miles Morales.
So here's the thing I'm going to talk about in this.
And this is Miles Morales. In this issue, Miles Morales' friend is the worst.
He's a
shit
piece
bird
of shit.
ever.
So
Holy crap.
So we get the introduction last week of former Uncanny X-Men Gold Balls joining the school.
Still, such a great character, and I love.
They stuck with that.
They do,
name.
and what I love about this is the untold story that he became a minor celebrity, going on talk shows and having like.
Yeah, because what does he do? He throws gold balls.
Yeah, he creates
Whatever.
gold balls.
Gold balls.
Yeah. So Genki's like, yo, let's go talk to Gold Balls, and Spider-Man's like, I don't really want to. I don't feel up for it. It feels weird.
And he's like, no, you're both superheroes. You got this.
And he's like, I don't want to talk to him about that. And then Gold Balls ends up coming over. He's like, this is my friend Miles. He's Spider-Man.
Yeah. Just fucking. And Miles is like, no, he's just kidding. He's like, are you serious? Like, I'm just kidding.
And he's like,
yeah,
he
but
pulls
you
out
don't miss
pictures.
Marvel. And then he starts pulling out pictures. He's like, my roommate Spider-Man. You should be friends. And I'm just like, you piece of garbage. You wanted to impress Gold Balls, so you outed your boy.
Human waste.
Gold balls.
I am actually livid at this
I
character.
feel like they kept the name of that character just so it would be even more petty. Like you're trying to impress
Gold Balls.
Gold
Oh,
Balls.
yeah. And you know what? From the rest of that, this issue is really good. I think.
I think this is going to cause some excellent drama.
Well, yeah, because Miles leaves and is like, I'm so fucking mad at Genki.
Although
He's such a piece
on
of
the plus
shit.
side, they invited Gold Balls to live with them, so we might get a Spider-Man Gold Balls team up. And if that's the only way I can get the Uncanny X-Men, because Cyclops' team was categorically and objectively better than Wolverine's loser squad.
I mean, they weren't losers. They just weren't as good as the Uncanny
Eye-Boy
team.
and Shark Girl.
Eye-Boy becomes awesome. You
Yeah.
know that's true.
Yeah. In the future.
Yeah. So do a lot of people.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
in the present?
Yeah.
Are you trying to put them up against my
I'm
boy
just saying.
Gold Balls?
I'm just saying. You call them losers. That's not true. They're not as good.
Current day losers.
No, don't call them losers.
Alright, ugly ducklings.
Okay.
Who will one day become swans.
Trigger warning. Don't call them losers.
Whoa. Okay.
Yeah, dude.
I'm sorry.
Don't touch me.
I'm sorry, Chris.
No.
Does that bring you back?
Yeah. I'm having flashbacks.
Flashback?
Flashbacks.
People who,
Flashbacks?
we
Chris-
call them people who don't win.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
because they
We're
get
all
at least the
winners.
participation awards. So, Chris,
What?
have you seen the new episode of Flash?
Not yet.
Neither have I. High five.
High five!
Flashbacks.
Yesterday's.
Oh, I'm 2 shows behind then. 2 episodes behind.
The one after Kevin Smith's, right?
The one after the garbage episode.
Well,
one
no,
that
That
has-
was a very good episode, and you're super wrong about everything.
Kevin Smith did 2 episodes.
Well,
I don't know if that's true.
this episode was amazeballs.
Gold balls?
It was gold balls.
Alright.
It was that good. Anyway, Chris, let's keep moving on. We got other stuff to talk about. Chris, what book came out after a 1-year hiatus?
Holy crap, I forgot. I'm so glad this had a page
Nice.
in the beginning.
A recap page?
The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, number 5. It has
Teenage
been...
Witch.
Yeah, except...
These are done as like horror books.
Yes. Basically, she is part of the Church of Satan.
Yeah.
And is engaged to Cthulhu.
Yeah, she's Bride of Cthulhu.
No, that's only in Afterlife with Archie. In this one,
I thought
she's
was
just a
following that
witch.
continuity. Oh no, it
They're
isn't. Okay.
separate.
Wait,
Because Betty,
Somebody just said don't spoil it.
Betty,
We were talking about Flash.
Betty and Veronica are also
I'm
witches,
slow.
which
Yeah.
is cool.
Oh, so it's got its own.
Oh, it's got its
version of the
own twisted
entire
continuity.
Archie continuity. Okay.
So it's good. I'm glad to have it back. Sabrina survives the awful witch trial, which like sticking your hand in truth coals. If you're lying, it'll burn your hands. Or the penitent
So
like
good.
needle, something like that. It's very cool.
And the art is just...
I'm actually surprised the CW greenlit Riverdale instead of like doing this. This seems more like a CW show
Yeah.
Yeah.
than.
I'm glad we're getting Riverdale.
No, I'm glad. I'm really glad. I mean,
But-
that's going to be like a new.
Here's the main crux of this.
Oh.
The main crux is that Sabrina's boyfriend's died, and of course they're going to bring him back to life.
Yeah.
And it doesn't go well. Archie's
It
going to
never
stop
goes
bringing
well.
people back to life.
Well, do you know the story of Afterlife with Archie?
Yeah.
That Sabrina tries to bring back
The
Jughead's
dog,
dog.
yeah, and it
And
bites.
it
yeah.
turns into a zombie, zombie apocalypse.
Kinda
See, I thought that's
Pet
how she
Sematary.
got to be the
Yeah,
Bride of
basically.
Cthulhu. I thought they were connected, but I think I just forgot
So-
in between things.
Talking about books that have been a long time coming,
Ooh.
based solely
See it.
on the amount of marketing this has gotten over the last 6 months. The Hanna-Barbera Future
Barbara?
Barbara?
Barbara.
The Hanna-Barbera.
The Hanna-Barbera Walters Future Quest, the mega crossover of all those old 70s cartoons. Harvey Birdman, Johnny Quest.
Everything,
Space Ghost.
everything
Ghost.
Adult Swim turned into a joke.
Here's the thing about
Which is weird. Like Adult Swim has kind of ruined these
Redefined
because
all
they're
the-
now. That's who I think of now.
Here's the thing about this book. This is a really fun crossover. It's an Omega crossover. It's got a lot of moving parts in it. If you don't know who these characters are, it's kind of impenetrable. I would say, because if you know Space Ghost from his talk show, him showing up at the end threatening to kill people is going to be weird. And if you only know Harvey Birdman from being the lawyer,
Yeah.
him being a superhero is going to be very weird.
Did you get that thing I sent you?
I feel like that's the equivalent of the Batman vs Superman movie. Like they did so many continuity things from the comics, little
Yeah.
nods to things that I think it's bad because you haven't set up the movie universe enough.
I think it's actually closer
And
to Batman 66 in that
you have to have watched the show.
it's something that is not going to win people over. People
Unless you
aren't going to
already
read
did.
this and be like, "Yo, I got to get on that Johnny Quest train." Woo woo! It's
Adult Swim, literally, because even the Venture Brothers kind of ruined
Yeah.
Johnny Quest.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
and
Action
Ray.
Johnny.
Yeah, they have been a Hanna-Barbera. They must have had like a blanket rights.
Well, they do. They work for
Real,
Turner,
yeah.
so
The Real Adventures of Johnny Quest?
yeah, you can get that on the Warner Archive, which is in the back of every DC book. But still, and you know they showed a wormhole of the alternate universes, and there's a lot of characters in there from the other Hanna-Barbera things, like the kid with the giant genie and other like Turbo Teen and the Impossibles and whatever. So
that Triceratops that shoots bullets. At
yeah,
his
from the Herculoids.
Yeah.
So it's going to be really weird to read. So get on your YouTube, kids, and try to catch up.
All right. Well,
Having said that,
I mean,
though,
like-
it's a lot of fun. I think it's great.
But I think that's right up my alley because I remember all of them.
Yeah. But I think you definitely need to have a foot in the door.
It is weird to see Space Ghost saying, "I will destroy you," talking to kids.
Yeah.
Well, it's like it's
directly to us as well. So
well, it's like when they just came out with that new reboot of Hercules. Not Hercules, He-Man the book.
Yeah.
And the upcoming the new Power Rangers
first
books.
issue was awesome for He-Man.
I went back and read the back issue of that Power Rangers comic. It's very good.
See, but I mean they're based on an inherent level of nostalgia.
Oh yeah, you definitely have to understand.
Let's talk about the final book of the week, Jughead, number 6.
Does he do drugs?
Chip Zdarsky's
Jughead does
final
not do
issue.
drugs.
He does
Drugheads.
Oh.
Different character, man.
What are you talking about? He mainlines hamburgers and milkshakes.
That's not drugs. If that's drugs, I don't want to be wrong.
So this finishes the story of his conspiracy theory that their new principal is trying to turn Riverdale into a recruitment center for the CIA.
Riverdale.
And surprise,
It's actual high
surprise,
school here.
Yeah.
surprise, surprise, that's actually what happens.
Wait, Jughead's pretty much like...
Jughead's right.
It was all a test by an ex-CIA rogue
So he's
to see if he can actually turn a school into spies.
So he's a
Are
Mel...
you shitting me?
Nope.
That's amazing.
It's amazing.
So Jughead is Mel Gibson.
Big conspiracy theory.
You know what's great is the first page opens with him going like, "This follows the amazing events of the as far back as last issue. But this book's so good, you probably won't be able to find it anymore. Quick, to the eBays." It's just like, I love me some Zdarsky.
See, and this is the final Chip Zdarsky issue, and he's done such a weird and kind of wonderful job with Jughead. And I love Ryan North. I'm very excited to see where he's taking it. But this has been a nice little contained thing.
Oh yeah, and it goes along nicely with the actual Archie comic because that's an actual Archie book, and then Jughead is just a ridiculous guy who lets his imagination run wild because
And eats hamburgers.
and he's had no responsibilities.
This
and
is
it's
all in
just-
his mind because he's all doped up on burgers.
You can't be doped up on a burger.
Duped up.
Yes, you can.
Doped up.
How?
Shooting the frosty.
If you season it with cocaine.
Okay, well that's a different thing.
No, it's not.
That's a Coke burger.
Gotta get that rock salt.
It's a Koch brothers burger. No.
No, it's got
I
quiet.
didn't even hear that.
Yeah.
Coke
Cricket.
brothers.
Cricket. Oh.
Cricket.
All right.
Let's not get
Cricket.
political now.
Yeah.
Cricket.
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 What's next?
Cricket Wireless. Why don't you tell us a little bit about that,
You
Scott?
can get a phone for like 30 bucks,
I know
right?
nothing of Cricket Wire. I don't know what you're talking
You
about.
can probably get a phone for real cheap
35
if you
bucks a
wanted it.
month.
If you wanted it.
All right, let's talk.
If you
let's
call
talk
that
video
living.
games, bruh.
What's happening in video games, bro?
Let's do this.
So
Nothing.
Nothing.
Oh God.
All right.
a lot of stuff.
Show's over.
A lot of stuff, bros.
Oh, I thought you said nothing.
No, so much stuff, bros.
No.
So first off,
Goddamn
let's talk about the bad, or do you want to talk about the good?
No, bad.
No, let's talk about the
bad.
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 Wow. Okay.
Bad.
All right. Battleborn is officially a failure.
What?
We knew that already, though.
No.
It wasn't
like,
official.
Take Two today did their financial earnings report.
Oh, good. We're getting Borderlands 3.
If Gearbox survives.
Oh, shit.
Oh yeah, it
Is it that
to
bad?
get another
Here's the
Borderlands this had to do well.
Battleborn is selling less than Borderlands 1, which for the first 8 months of its life was actually a pretty bad selling title until the DLC started hitting.
Well, you know, it's really funny, though. If you guys have noticed, if y'all read some of the press about Battleborn, apparently the press has changed to spin it to actually being a pretty well-made game, a pretty interesting game, a pretty challenging game, and a fun game.
Well, the thing is, no one says it's a bad game.
Right, that's the thing.
Yeah.
It's not a bad game. It's just a game that launched in the worst possible time. It was delayed. If it had come out last year,
Oh,
we would have done a lot better
Yeah.
because now
A lot better.
you're releasing against Overwatch.
Well,
Yeah.
no,
Yeah.
they didn't. Well, technically, it didn't release against Overwatch.
You're
but
released against
Overwatch-
the beta of Overwatch.
No, that was Blizzard's idea.
Yeah,
to do that.
I know.
And it
Yeah.
was a good idea because a lot of people like Gearbox and they did Borderlands and nothing else really.
They did
AAA,
Alien.
Alien
Yeah.
Isolation.
No, they did Alien Colonial Marines.
Yeah, but
I
that
think
didn't.
there's a little bit of aesthetic overlap too, to where
Yeah.
if you're not totally clued in, you
But here's
would
the
think
problem.
you're getting one and the
So
other.
they said it's selling on track as Borderlands 1 did,
Yeah.
but here's the problem. the budget between Battleborn
and Borderlands 1.
And also, here's the thing. Battleborn is a MOBA, right? Straight MOBA. All the MOBAs that you can purchase are like $39.99, and you get everything.
Yeah.
This is full price for $59.99, and you have to buy a season pass to get extra stuff for an extra $20.
They're treating it like a normal type of game when it's going against the model that genre has popularized.
Yeah.
So, but that's not the only sad news this week. I mean, and I say this is sad in the sense that it's always sad when a studio shuts down.
My heart can't take any more sadness.
I know Chris just will immediately roll his eyes because he doesn't care.
Nah.
But the studio behind the Xbox game Project Spark has been shut down, and not only has the studio been shut down, the game has been shut down. Because since it was an online-only game, they're shuttering the servers, and all creations will be deleted off their servers, and the game has already been pulled from the Xbox store. You cannot buy it anymore. It's a shame, because it kind of released, and then we never heard anything about it.
I hope they
I mean, you worked. Did anyone ever come in looking for Project
No,
Spark?
because no one wanted to connect, so why would we do
I hope no one invested too much time in it.
Yeah,
I don't really think they did. There was really no marketing for it that much. And
it shows
that one E3.
It shows the fragility of these online-only games. Because also just today, the Demon Souls servers for PS3 were shut down for online play.
Yeah, but that's...
So now you no longer can... But I mean...
But no one really played online.
Right, but in terms of like a Project Spark game, like online-only type of thing, it's a shame. If you were a big fan of Project Spark, now you can't do it.
Good, I can go back and play Demon Souls without, bumping into assholes, so...
Or can you?
Can you?
So, continuing on the train of bad news...
Choo-choo!
Choo-choo.
More bad news, yeah.
It got leaked. Eurogamer did a huge report on Lionhead Studios about the Fable that should have been, but was shot down by Microsoft's marketing team because at the time games with as a service had been becoming popular.
Yeah.
So that's what Fable Legends became. But in an interview, because they all don't have jobs anymore, so they're like, "What's an NDA?" Came out and they did a big interview. And one of the things was Fable 4 was going to be a Victorian steampunk, like airships, Jules Verne style game where, if you follow the Fable timeline, the city first was a small village, and in Fable 2 it was a town, in Fable 3 Bowerstone was a city, and in Fable 4 was going to be like London, just a sprawling, think of it like what they did with The Order.
Yeah.
Where it's just a Victorian steampunk, like fantasy England.
That would have been
basically.
great.
It was going to work on the Unreal Engine 4 and be in the technological industrial age with tram cars and flying machines.
This is like I've always been dreaming. The thing I always wanted was to do a now, like if Middle Earth and all that was the actual medieval age. What would we be now if, considering industrialization isn't evil?
Right.
It just happens, and you get to a place where there's skyscrapers and shit. But we still operate on the same rules. Like there's a gun that's like Aragorn's sword, and there's a car that's fucking faster than anything else.
That would be cool.
Well, they also came out and they were like, they gave us some of the they also gave us some of what the quests and storylines would be like. Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde would be in it. Jack the Ripper would have been one of the Wolverines in disguise, stuff like that. And then they said they approached them and they were like, look, just give us the time and money to develop it. Like, give us what Mass Effect gets. Give us what Elder Scrolls game gets.
That's ballsy to walk in there and ask for that.
And Microsoft said, no, you've had 3 shots and you've only tripled the money that we've invested.
Wow.
It's not good enough. And they had to start making Fable Legends, and now the studio's gone.
Get good, scrubs.
So it's always interesting to find that kind of stuff.
Well, what I actually heard is that they shut Lionhead Studios down because Microsoft was actually giving them money for Lionheads, and they would just kept producing the same thing and not doing anything new. And so
that's probably also true.
Microsoft got tired of it and was like, look, y'all aren't really doing anything. We're giving you some money so you could keep going, and you're not doing anything.
Yeah. Because, I mean, both sides are probably true. Like, 'cause this is the story of how Fable 4 turned into Fable Legends, but then they just didn't work on Fable Legends the way they were supposed to.
Whenever time I hear like two studios in just two different parties just bicker with like, this is what we did, well, this is what we did, and this is what they did, blah, blah, blah. You have to take the middle.
Yeah.
And be like, I'll take some of what both of y'all say and put it together.
Here's what I don't get. Like we know the history of why every failed movie and TV show from the last 40 years has been published in book form. We never hear about any of the games. It's always like these weird leaked interviews.
You know, one of the most fascinating game failure was that X-Men Destiny game, the one that sunk Silicon Knights and Dennis Diak.
Yeah.
That was a fascinating story. But the other thing we learned from that was Fable Legends, Microsoft said, cost $75 million. They put $75 million into Fable Legends.
That's ridiculous.
And had to cancel it.
That is a lot of money.
A lot of millions.
Sony recently had not recently, but right around the time of the order, they canceled a Santa Monica Studios game that was supposed to come out on the PS4. It sunk almost $100 million into it and had to cancel it because the game was just not coming out with anything good.
Yeah.
So sometimes you just have to bite the bullet because continuing to throw money into a failed project isn't going to help anybody.
That's true.
You're just going to hurt the studio name.
Especially with them making deadlines.
Because we know Microsoft still believes in Fable because it was announced this week that several studios approached them and offered up to $100 million for the IP.
Damn.
That's
Microsoft
ridiculous.
did not sell.
That's interesting.
That is.
So they have plans for Fables, or else they think they might in the future.
You know who would actually do Rocksteady do something like that?
That'd be awesome.
You know-
Take-Two is one of the people that offered, and so was Activision. and
I
Ubisoft.
wouldn't give it to Take-Two. They have a lot.
Well, let's talk about some of the
Take-Two has
good.
a lot.
Let's talk about some of the good.
Good, finally.
This October, it's been announced that Sid Meier's Civilization 6 is coming out. They announced it.
Is that good?
It is.
Yeah.
Civilization.
Yeah,
is
it's
fun.
really good.
Civilization's great.
The Tube is Civilization.
It's the game I have played the most on my Steam account by a magnitude of like 100 hours.
There we go.
I don't know why.
So, Civ 6, I don't know what's going to change. I don't really care. I'm still going to get it.
Yeah.
I'm still going to enjoy it.
Still gonna be a fun game.
Yeah.
Quick interlude.
Boo!
All right.
All right.
So, Overwatch.
Show off.
Scott will like this.
Yeah.
The Overwatch beta is officially the best, most record-setting open beta
Damn right it was.
ever
Yeah.
of all betas.
All
Uh,
betas.
In
Every
comparison, to compare, Destiny had a beta of 4.6 million. The Division had a beta of 6.4 million. Star Wars Battlefront had a beta of 9.5 million. Overwatch, 9.7 million. Overwatch is on track to be one of those just monster hits of the year.
Oh no,
It's
like,
Blizzard. It's at the end of the day, it's because it's a
and
Blizzard
it's a new
game.
IP.
Yeah.
10 years.
Yeah.
Anyone will throw money at me.
My favorite thing, someone made a Twitter poll the other day, and it said, "What should I play next?" And it was Uncharted 4, Doom, stare at my computer until May 24th.
Like, and the thing is, like, when I was on Twitch, someone that I follow, they were playing CS:GO, and like someone mentioned Overwatch in the chat, and they were like, I didn't realize I would be missing Overwatch this much. So people like want to play it like now because they didn't realize how much they would miss it.
Yeah. Oh god, it's gonna be huge.
Yeah.
So we have two discussion topics today. One is ruin a game
Ruin.
with a single change.
Ruined.
Like one minor change to a game and completely ruin it.
Dude, wait. You can go
I like
so
this.
bad with this.
Yeah. Ruin a game with a single change, Doug.
Me first? Jesus.
Ruined.
Well, you've been all
Ruin.
quiet.
Ruined.
Only for a couple of minutes.
Make the Ghostbusters game women.
Oh, damn.
That's not true. No,
Offended.
They're coming out with a new game in June.
they are.
Yeah.
Which I'm actually.
I'm not.
Like,
Oh.
Chris will play it.
No. It's a top-down.
that is not true. I do not wish that. That was stolen.
I don't know. All I've got is like
I-
Zelda, 2, like Link to the Past with DLC.
Yeah.
I got a good
But-
one.
Okay.
Call of Duty, but you, instead of doing combat, you suffer through PTSD, and you have to go to your therapist. You have to try to get a job.
Press,
actual
press
combat.
X,
Actual
press
combat.
X to share feelings.
Yeah, and those are the final levels. The war is like the first 30 seconds of the game.
M Storm said remove the killing from Uncharted.
That's the whole game.
Yeah. That's
Um,
pretty much the whole game.
Obviously, it's Legend of Zelda with voice acting.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Love
especially
one of some Dodongos.
especially the voice acting from right around that.
Yeah. No, yeah. Just any voice acting. Because it's
But
all
like,
new rubbish.
like someone, it could be an example I saw online was like Left 4 Dead, but as a single player game.
I would actually play. I like Left 4 Dead as a single player.
But its current
But then-
gameplay model,
I'm just
but
saying.
as a single player game.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
You can still do it.
Yeah.
Or
Get good, scrub.
or Mass Effect without the dialogue choices.
That'd be a movie.
And then what about like a Mario game with a microtransaction stamp?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna. Yeah,
Every
like,
time you
yeah.
That
if
type
you
of
want to
stuff.
jump or die, you can like spend
Smash
199
Brothers
cents
story
on
mode,
it, one
yeah.
up. Yeah,
Smash Brothers story mode.
maybe Street Fighter 4 without a single player mode.
yeah.
Street Fighter 5.
It's all MMO,
Street Fighter without kicks.
but punch fighting.
It's all punches and
Dead or
buttons.
Alive
Oh.
with all male characters.
Make
Nothing about that cross jiggle.
make Pokemon into a secret underground fighting ring for
Flop it.
Pokemons.
like,
Like dolls fighting,
all
but
Final
Pokemon
Fantasy
fighting.
games.
Make Pokemon extremely graphic.
I don't think it would
And I'm
ruin
saying like when you cast flamethrower,
Mom would be.
flamethrower,
Flesh
like
comes off.
flesh
yeah.
blisters
Whoa.
and peels.
Charizard.
So
just
Pokemon is a
melting
modern
motherfuckers.
first-person
Yeah,
shooter.
but like when you say like I don't know, what's something? Is there like a thing that devours you from underneath, like sand, like quicksand?
Probably.
Yeah, like quicksand, and you just see your Charizard just like scrambling and like
You
digging
raised it.
into the ground
You
as
would
it's
have
swallowed.
some dark ass.
Hey.
Oh my
And they're
God.
like anatomically correct.
Yeah.
Like there's really just a horror show.
Like someone unleashes an Onyx in Pewtertown and it just destroys everything. I'm saying, if you want to ruin Pokemon, don't give them what they want.
That's what mine would be like.
I know how to ruin Star Wars Battlefront, Star Trek Battlefront.
It's just really boring naval battle.
Set phasers to snore.
Bring us around to Mark 25.
And there's only an XY axis.
Yeah.
Oh, my
Star
God.
Trek Bridge Commander is the best Star Trek game.
Sure.
ever.
Oh man.
Dude, it would take like 24 hours to like go
You know what?
to, like, reverse.
You know what? I don't have a train to catch. I could be in that battle right now.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Let's
You
move
can
on.
ruin Wing Commander by making it Wing Commander the movie, the game.
Wasn't it-
Ruin Street Fighter 2 by making it Street Fighter the movie the game.
Oh,
They already
God.
did that.
I know.
It was a Tuesday. Yeah.
You could ruin. You
You could do that
could
to Avatar as
ruin
well.
Metal Gear Solid by taking out the cutscenes.
I just did that so.
It'd be about 20 minutes on a good day.
Yeah, it's like, oh, I'm done.
Did
Hey,
you
it's
know
the first
that
time.
the last Airbender movie got a game
Yeah.
Yeah.
It did.
on the Wii?
Yeah.
Oh,
shit is that?
Let's move to the next topic. 'cause
Oh.
I
this
made
is
Matt
getting-
sad.
This is
Sad.
sad.
Sims in real time.
Oh, like the Gamer, the movie Gamer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's dark.
All right. Next up, we got it's the second week of the month, which means we have NPD numbers for the month of April. Chris,
What?
let's play the game where you try and guess what's in the top 10.
Quantum Break.
No.
It is.
Yeah.
First one.
Minecraft.
Yep.
Yeah. Call of Duty.
Yep.
Madden.
Which one?
Black Ops 3.
That's
Did
correct.
you just say Madden?
Madden.
Madden's
No.
not out yet.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Madden last year.
No.
All right. MLB The Show.
Yep.
No. That's not out yet.
We haven't guessed a single game that actually came out the month of April, except for Quantum Break.
April's was slow.
All right, you ready?
Yeah.
Number 1,
Yeah.
Dark Souls 3.
Oh yeah. Duh.
Number 2,
What?
Ratchet and Clank.
I wonder why I forgot that one.
And you know what blows my mind?
What?
Insomniac announced that Ratchet and Clank has had the highest digital sales of any PS4 game.
That's impressive.
and it's still sold number 2 in physical.
That's good.
That's pretty
Go Ratchet
impressive.
and Clank.
Good for them.
So excited. Number 3, MLB The Show.
Hey, that's good. Good for
Second
them.
month in a row for MLB charting.
Kids love MLB.
Number 4, Tom Clancy's The Division.
Yep.
Grand Theft Auto 5.
Yep.
Minecraft.
Yeah.
Quantum Break.
Ooh.
Call of Duty Black Ops 3. NBA 2K16.
Why?
And barely hanging on to number 10, Star Fox Zero.
Why?
Yeah.
So,
Guess they're really excited to have something for their Wii U.
how
gonna be a while.
the problem, the sad news is, while Quantum Break managed to hit number 7,
7.
we got the actual sales numbers for it, and it ain't good.
How bad?
It's not pretty. Quantum Break sold less than the order, even if you count in bundle sales with the Xbox One.
Wow.
It sold just over 100,000 in the entire month of April, which means that less than 1% of all Xbox One owners in America bought Quantum Break.
Wow.
And that makes me sad, because Quantum Break is damn good. And I really am bummed.
Well,
But apparently, people were not sold on the,
Alan Wake when it first came out.
yeah. I mean, those games don't do very, like, Remedy doesn't make blockbuster selling games anymore.
And-
Max Payne was it.
And I was definitely in that group where I looked at it and I said, I'm going to wait for this to drop in price, which is not
The
going to be much
TV
longer than-
component did nothing to help it.
Oh no! And once I found out there was an actual TV component, that turned me way off.
Well, it's someone pulled out a tweet that Aaron Greenberg said when Quantum Break was on the way coming out, saying Quantum Break pre-orders suggest it is going to be a mega hit, and it did not.
did someone like change their mind with all the pre-orders?
Well, I
They were
don't
like,
know
you know what?
what just makes me
Pre-order.
sad about it is
No, I'm not
this
getting
was one of the launch games announced for the Xbox One, and it was always one of those, TV stuff aside, it looked great.
It did
and it was
look
one
good.
of the deciding factors between me getting an Xbox One
So
that and
I'm-
Sunset Overdrive. And the game is fun.
I'm
It's
feeling,
just,
I'm feeling though the Xbox One's having some trouble though.
That brings me to my next question, and this is for Scott first, because you are more tied to it. So a couple weeks ago, I asked, what did Nintendo have to do to get you on board with their new system? So my question to you this time is, what do you think Xbox needs to do to regain its momentum?
Nothing.
Nothing.
The only thing they need to do, mostly, is just get exclusive for games that are coming out, like what Sony did with Destiny. That's it.
Well,
They don't have to do
has
anything.
been revealed that it got the marketing rights to Battlefield 1,
Yeah.
which is the marketing writes itself on that.
Yes.
One
Yeah,
on the
that's-
one. I mean, come on. But it's a real problem because this month the Xbox One was outsold by the PS4 again, but it was $299 all month with all kinds of bundles, free games,
Yeah.
$50 gift cards, and it's blockbuster exclusive of the first half of this year, Quantum Break, all coming out,
Yeah,
and it did not win the month.
that's crazy.
And it sucks because competition makes everybody better.
Yeah.
And it's going to have a great fall with Gears of War 4, Battlefield 1.
That's what most people are waiting for.
But is the marketing going to be really that important? to you?
Marketing's always very
Like,
important.
but still.
Oh
it's
no,
like-
it is.
But really, is it
It
really
is.
though? Like
Well,
when you really
yes.
break it down, is it really going to be that important? Because the people who are already going to buy, like they already seen the trailer for Battlefield 1, and if you have a PlayStation 4, you're going to get it on the PlayStation 4. If you have both
No,
consoles,
mar-
I think you're going to choose the one on the PlayStation 4 because
Marketing
you
deals
know.
have helped. They help every
They
time.
help.
But what's
Right.
going to be the difference between
Look-
the game?
Well, nothing. Because
Look at
Call of Duty.
Call of Duty.
Call of Duty is now selling better on PlayStation for the first
But
time in the
people
history
can't be
of Call
that.
of Duty.
People can't be that simple though.
No.
People can't be that simple to
No.
be like, oh, there's a commercial. It's only going to be Xbox One.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
You have no
Trust
idea
me.
how many people walk into that
Trust
store when I worked there, and especially when I've been in the store here and people, and I heard them like turn. It was when Watch Dogs was coming out and Destiny. It was happening a lot with
Yes.
Destiny. They saw it on the Xbox. Like, oh, I thought that was a PlayStation exclusive.
There's no way people are that stupid.
There absolutely
Are you-
is.
are you kidding?
What?
Now, the question actually is, will it help Microsoft? Because the last 3 high-profile games that had marketing on Xbox still sold better on PlayStation. Witcher 3, The Division, and now Doom.
Oh yeah.
So, that's the real question. Can they, with Battlefield 1, with the upcoming sports games, with Mirror's Edge, Microsoft has the exclusive marketing rights to all the EA games, Titanfall 2.
Right.
They need to translate that to actual success.
Yeah,
I think this E3 will be a big help for Microsoft. They're coming off with a bunch of their exclusive games that aren't going to be CG trailers or announcements. It's going to be real gameplay. Crackdown 3, Record, Sea of Thieves, Gears of War 4, Halo Wars 2, Microsoft, Scalebound. Microsoft has a roster of amazing games coming out. We just need to see them. People need to see them.
Yeah.
And
Crackdown
be excited.
3.
I said Crackdown 3.
Oh, I didn't hear you.
I'm very worried about Scalebound.
Don't forget
Quantum
about
Break-
Sea of Thieves.
I said that.
I know.
If Quantum Break can't sell, then what's a genre that's traditionally not done well on Microsoft systems going to do? Platinum Games cannot make a huge selling game to save their life. They thrive on the niche.
Yeah.
I think this E3 is going to be very important for Microsoft, and I think it's a chance to kind of rebrand. I think they're going to come out with a smaller, slimmer system, and I think they can say all the issues they've had have been corrected. The backwards compatibility is being changed.
Right.
The always on's not a factor anymore.
And and people laugh at that idea.
Connect's not necessary.
But you know when the PS3 turned their life around?
Yeah.
When they dropped the price to $299 and unveiled the slim PS3.
That's true, though.
That was when the
that's
PS3
true.
started. So Xbox One, they come out, announce a slim system, rename it Xbox One Elite.
Yeah.
You know,
Fresh coat of paint.
because
They're not going to call it Elite.
you don't think? Because the rumor is that's what they might call it.
There's already a system called Xbox One Elite that comes with the Elite controller.
That's just a bundle, though.
It's still called
But-
Xbox One Elite.
Here's,
says it on the
here's the
box.
other thing. When they do release the new console, what's Sony's answer to this?
Well, see, this is why I think Microsoft has the chance to steal it this year, because Sony is going to have to talk about VR, because that comes out this
Exactly.
October.
Yeah.
And you know
Microsoft-
how you act with VR on the same way.
Yeah,
It's awful.
So it's
Yeah.
not. Oh my god!
Oh my God,
I'm
it's
gonna kill
awful.
you. When the demo kiosks come out, topic for another day.
Hey,
It's
it's like
like
3D, it's novelty. You either
You know
like
what?
it or you don't, but I don't think it's gaming.
When we're here,
I don't think it's the future.
Thank you. And
Uh-huh.
Matt's on the VR, we can just steal everything in the
Yeah.
house.
I know we should actually.
No, but
There's
that's my
a handful
point.
of games up here I would love to snag.
But that's my point, is that Microsoft doesn't have any of that. They might show off some HoloLens stuff or whatever else they might have as a surprise.
Wonder
But
Book.
for the most part, Microsoft is poised to just come out and hit you with games, a redesigned system, an official price drop, none of these month-only $2.99, like, it's now $2.99 type of thing, Connect optional, all that stuff, and they can really dig in and start regaining some lost ground. Because they've already lost the rest of the world, but they can win America.
People
Yeah.
still think of the original Xbox One when it first came
Yeah,
out.
they still
Like,
consider
they still
the
consider
DRM, the
yeah.
used always on, the used games.
it just blows my mind on how, this is what blows my mind. All the stereotypes of who we are as a community, but yet we do stupid things still. We are still ignorant towards information, we're still ignorant towards what exclusives are here. It's like, most of us are very well-informed individuals, but it seems like the consumer in this market isn't even well-informed at all. But the information is out there.
You question if people are really that stupid, right? For when coming into stores. Just
And
put it
you
up
work
top.
at it. You work at a GameStop.
Someone,
Yeah.
someone called, said, "May I return a game? I bought it at Walmart. I still have a receipt. I want to get full price."
Yeah, they're stupid.
That still happens. Which in the day and age, you know where you have to go to.
Yeah.
That still happens.
It's a travesty, but you know what?
So-
That's why marketing deals are so effective.
Exactly.
Yeah.
People, you have to understand, the vast majority of people that buy stuff don't go on gaming forums. They don't follow gaming websites.
You could just
They
but
see
the thing is,
a
you could just
commercial on
Google it,
TV
too.
or they get a Game Informer magazine because they're tied to their purchases at GameStop.
Even if they have 2 systems, their parents might have bought it for them or whatever, both systems, because they have friends on each or whatever. If they see a commercial, oh, Battlefield 1, Xbox One.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going to get it on Xbox One.
Star Wars Battlefront had PS4 marketing and the PS4 bundle and sold like it was a 70-30 split between the two. Marketing deals are powerful now. They are more important than getting a straight up exclusive game sometimes because you don't have to pay for the exclusivity. You just pay to co-market it and you get the benefits of exclusivity. It's redundant, son.
It is redundant.
But that's what works.
You know, Glowing Dino 8 says it's redundant.
Yeah. So let's talk about the last news and we'll end the show for the week. We have some good news. Speaking of The Witcher 3, CD Projekt Red has been so successful off The Witcher 3 and its release of its last expansion next week. They have expanded from 100 to 500 to work both on Cyberpunk and whatever comes after Cyberpunk. They are gearing up. They are going from a small studio that has found major success to an actual major studio because their name's just synonymous with just good times. And finally, this is just news that just tickles my heart so much. The first week sales of Uncharted 4 are in, and it is the highest selling exclusive of this entire generation, handily crushing the sales of Halo 5. Uncharted 4 makes me so happy.
Yeah, you're nailing Nathan tonight, aren't you?
So hard. Chris found the Act 1 a little slow.
Yeah, I found the first 8 chapters really slow.
So Chris, tell me, well, considering the auction is chapter 8.
Yeah. Beyond that.
Yeah, so tell me, what was it that irked Callie so much in the early part?
So the beginning of the game is, I'm out of the business. I'm not going to do it. Hey, we need to do this job. Great. Hey, sweetie, I'm going on the other end of the world. Why don't you tell her the truth?
Because in any movie, when has anyone ever told the truth?
Exactly. And it drives me insane, because I watched Aladdin the night before.
Seriously?
Yeah. I watched Aladdin the night before, and that's the exact same thing. It's like, tell her the truth. There's no time.
Nathan Drake is just clearly one of the Winchester brothers. They just can't be honest.
Oh, and like that's colored my entire shit. Like he's like, oh, we've solved this thing. Oh, hey, sweetie, this job's taking longer in Malaysia. I'll be back later.
Well, you know what?
He's a piece of shit.
It doesn't last.
It doesn't. He's a piece of shit.
Wow.
So let's end it by talking about all the stuff we played this week.
Blech.
Okay.
Start with Scotty, too hot.
Blech.
Nothing.
Blech.
Life.
Don't
Played
have
life
stuff.
No Overwatch?
There's no beta.
Are you getting Overwatch?
I'm getting Overwatch.
Okay. I need someone to play with.
I'm getting
No one else is
Overwatch.
getting Overwatch.
I'm getting Overwatch.
But you said not even like Kevin or anyone's getting Overwatch.
Not till later.
Man.
I've got lots of opinions.
Wow.
Chris has no opinions.
Got lots of opinions.
Chris, what did you play?
Well, I downloaded DC Universe online.
I downloaded that too. I didn't play it.
I did play. I started a new character called Dr. Shootfast, who is a
Oh my God, he's my favorite.
a speedster fox sorcerer who shoots guns.
What?
Yes.
A speedster fox sorcerer who shoots 2 guns.
Wait, does he shoot?
No, she.
Does she shoot two? No, I'm thinking like she
Like
shoots.
guns who shoot guns?
Yeah.
Or like out of her hand?
Yeah, she shoots guns out of her hand.
Okay.
Dr. Shootfest?
Dr. Shootfast.
I thought it was Dr. Shoot.
So here's the thing. I looked at this for a long time and I was like, I gotta give her a cool name.
Wait, I gotta
And
see
then
this
you
character.
I went the other way.
I gotta see this character.
Okay, well,
I mean, my character is the same from
yeah,
PS3
it's
days.
Brimstone.
Brimstone?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The fire starter?
Yeah.
Oh my
But here's the
God.
thing. Here's the thing. I just wanted to
But
dick around
spelled
in
with
it.
my last name.
Yeah.
But I forgot 2 things about the world. Number 1, how boring the early game is at
Oh
Metropolis.
gosh. So
And number 2, how many spin-off characters there are. Because I saw 3 Supermen and 5 Flashes hanging around.
Yeah.
And I was like, you guys are
One
fucking
time-
dorks.
one
Dr.
time-
Shootfast is here to take care of things.
No, on the PS3, I remember this. I was just flying on the roof. I saw something, and I just went down. It was a kid. It was a teen kid character, and it was called Gohan, and had the Super Saiyan hair like
Oh,
Gohan,
my
and the cape, and I was just like, you're totally not original.
It's great. I also played Uncharted. Had a hard time getting into it, but I finally settled into it now that I'm near the end game. So
Makes sense.
I guess I wish I had picked up Doom instead because Doom looks awesome.
Doom looks ridiculous.
So I'm gonna have to wait on get Doom till later. What'd you play?
Strider! I've been replaying Strider because it is beautiful and awesome and holy shit. Shing, 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 shing. It's that noise. It's great.
Couple more times?
Shing, 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 shing.
Beautiful.
What about you, disembodied hands?
Still replaying Mass Effect 2.
That's the best
I
one.
have no money, so I'm playing Mass Effect 2.
That's the best one.
Yeah, it's really good.
Everyone's
No,
dead.
no, one's the best. No.
Not yet. This time, this is my first time playing Mass Effect with Rex alive.
Wait till you get to part 3 with Rex alive. It's great.
Oh, that would be great. Yeah. I
Yeah.
didn't even think about that.
He calls everyone princess.
Yes.
He was like my favorite character, and then Space Nazi killed him.
We didn't talk about the fact that Arkham Knight and Asylum are officially getting their remaster.
No, we talked about it before. It's just today it's been
the
officially
rumors.
announced. Yeah.
That's exciting.
I'm kind of bummed that's $50. I really think it should have
It's
been
a
a
little pricey.
$39.99 game.
Yeah, but it's for 2 games.
And
So
DLC.
about it.
Two
DLC.
old games.
And DLC.
Yeah, but they're remastered.
You get them for a half penny at the store.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Remasters, the sweet spot is $40.
Alright, whatever.
Even with DLC?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, let's look at all the other remasters that come out at 40 with all the DLC. Gears of War Ultimate, 40 with all the DLC.
That's Gears.
Dishonored Definitive Edition with all the DLC. It's the same thing though. I'm saying
These
like,
games are Batman's better.
It doesn't matter
Oh
if
my god,
it's better.
no. Dishonored is much better than Batman.
But the
Oh, the
point
fuck you say?
No.
The fuck you
We'll
say?
save that to next week.
but no, continuing the Dark Souls 2 PS4, Xbox One version, the Deadpool remastered, the Devil May Cry remaster, like
I'm
all
saying
these-
this isn't Batman.
I'm just saying, but the precedent's been set for $39.99
Yeah.
for remasters.
Doesn't matter how
Dark
great
Souls
it is.
2 is 40.
Those games are
Yeah.
old.
Dark Souls 2 Sins of the...
Scholars Edition.
Arkham Asylum is old as dicks.
Oh.
It shouldn't be $50.
I'm still gonna buy it.
Sorry,
I'm
it
gonna
was
wait for it to drop.
Like the beat.
Nah.
Wait, Matt, what were you playing this whole week?
I barely played any Uncharted 4.
Gasp!
It was a very busy week.
masturbating
Tulane
to it.
graduation
Yeah.
stuff, so
Oh,
I was
yeah.
doing that a lot.
Yeah.
But also, I decided to just power through and finish that amazing indie game Stories: Path to Destinies.
Okay.
Got my platinum. It's one part Batman meets Disney's Robin Hood as a choose your own adventure game.
Oh,
It's
nice.
fantastic. I loved it.
Sounds like a good.
The whole story's done with the Bastion narrator over voice thing, but being told as a story as someone's reading to their kid.
Oh, but it's not as a cool disembodied black guy. He's just walking down the street.
I
He's
hate
kind of angry.
I hate you so much.
No, you don't.
Let's wrap it up. I'm Max.
I'm Chris.
I'm Scott.
I'm Josh.
I'm Doug.
We're the Nolan Nerds.
No.
Did I mention that Dr. Shootfast actually has a doctorate in theology?
Chris.
I give my characters very elaborate backstories.
I can't wait to see this character.
She's great.
I can't wait to see how Scott's gonna end the show.
She's a fox with long hair and glowing eyes. A literal fox, not like a sexy woman.
You
The
ruined
two
it.
are mutually exclusive, Chris.
I mean,
Foxy lady.
yeah. I almost. No lie. I almost called her Foxy Cleopatra.
Foxy Cleopatra.
But I figured that was too much.
No,
with
not too much.
With 2 X's in there. Because that's how serious it is.
hit the button.
Scott, end the show for me.
We're gonna be like the Autobots and roll out.
Oh yeah.
Hey, that one didn't disturb me.
Hey.
Yeah, I don't feel dirty.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Bye, Twitch.
Bye, Twizzles.
You guys are cool. Thanks for watching. Ugh, these fucking things.
Woo! And giant rubber ducky.
What do you mean I didn't take it far enough?
No, this is how the end looks, right?
Foxy
This is how
Cleopatra. I said I
the
thought about
gray
it. Dr.
goo
Shootfast.
over.
Why is there a giant duck? Is this like Batman Returns?
That's all I can think, and it disturbs me. Burn, baby, burn.
It's just Danny DeVito eating raw fish for hate. Oh my god, Matt was saying someone was talking about Levolution the other day.
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
I
Levolution.
I hate Levolution as a concept so.
I so wish we could remember Hideo Kojima's stupid
Transfaring. Here's the thing: hate Levolution, love Transfaring.
Wait, what was that?
What?
Transmorphers?